Welcome back, welcome back. We had something we wanted to talk to y'all about. If you guys, or you Iazis, sorry, can help me invite some moons into the room. Share the video on your wall one time. And let's get some sisters in here. Y'all are having a lovely day. We are about to have one of our favorite meals. We just have to go to the store, grab some more avocado. Those ones we had weren't ready yet. So, we got 10 in, babe.
Peace, fam. We done popped up a couple times on y'all today. Kind of on fire right now. I'm gonna do something different though. This is gonna be a surprise to her too. Like the talk today is listen to your body or listen to your body. Okay? But I'm gonna let Luna start this one off. Luna got some things to say about this. And I do too, so because I want to say this, the reason we're doing this because we're getting it a lot. Like, as soon as I go onto my timeline and her, we get this. And then I even got it in my inbox. Like, somebody asked me about the video I did and was like, howdy. Was like, so, but shouldn't we listen to our bodies? And I'm like, what is this new thing going around? So, we want to talk about listen to your body. Hold on, here go Luna.
Well, surprise for me, because I didn't know I was starting the video, but I do have some things to say about listen to your body. So, I guess there's a difference between like listening to cravings and actually listening to what your body is saying. Me and Z were just talking about it, and I mean, I can go back to when I was a kid and was sickly with all the allergies, the worst hay fever in the world, all the pimples you could ever imagine, like I had chicken pox, painful cycles that would go for like 11 days, super heavy, all kinds of things. So as we're talking today, I'm just like, clearly my body was telling me a lot of things, but I wasn't listening to it because I didn't know what I was listening for. Katuanem, Esther. Katuanem. Love you, Esther. But I just wasn't listening to my body. I just thought I was just like a sick kid and I hated outside and allergies and blah, blah, blah. Like, and not realizing what I know now is everything that I was putting into me was making me sick. And my body was telling me that through the pimple eruptions I still have scars from that are healing. From the sweets that I was eating, from the pizzas, from the cheese, the nachos, the meat, everything that I was eating. I didn't even have my first salad until I turned 18. I'm 31, be 32 in September. Had my first salad at 18. Didn't really eat a lot of fruit, just was kind of your processed food, your junk food, fast food, all the bad stuff. And during this fast, like I'm listening to my body in a different way. Like I can hear more. So if let's see, how do I want to say it? On this fast, we did juice fasting, and now we're in our week of just raw foods, raw wombs. There's just certain things, like even just pickles the other day that I ate. Just the indigestion things that came with that. I was listening to my body because it was giving me something that it didn't accept what I was eating. I had a lot of indigestion, or maybe it was the peanuts. It was something that wasn't agreeing with my body. And now I can listen to my body and see like, okay, now I know what really listening to it means. Not listening to it as far as like what I want to feed it. I have this craving for this. I have this craving for that. That was before I was listening to it. I was listening to the cravings, the emotional cravings and things like that. And I know a lot of the times when we are craving things, our body's telling us it needs something. So it could be saying you're needing more of a certain mineral or a certain vitamin or something that you're not getting, but the last time it got it in an undesirable food. Right, babe? So, yeah, there's listening to your body. I guess the way it sounds like people are saying it, like, okay, well, if you're trying to do this and you're trying to do that, just listen to your body. Your body knows what it needs. But if you're coming up off of a sick body, you don't really know what you really need. You don't know what you need because you've been sick for me, 31 years. I've had no proper nutrition for 31 years. And I mean, I've been trying for the last, 4 years to get it together. But it wasn't proper. So when I was listening to my body and listening to the cravings and listening, it was taking me right back to nachos. It was taking me right back to all these other things. And then, of course, my body aches would come back. Oh, man, like, I did really good not eating nachos for a long time. Then I went and got some nachos, had some queso. Joints started hurting again, just started having all these pains that I haven't been having. That's listening to your body. Through sickness or through, what is it, babe? Listening to your body. How did you say it?
I don't want to say it yet.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let her say that part. You ready?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I don't even know what the last thing I said was, but basically, yeah. I wasn't listening to what my body was truly telling me, and we don't really pay attention to that because all we know is what we know. So of course, if my body's just like, oh my gosh, I need some chocolate. Do I really need the chocolate, or is that addiction in there what's talking to me? And is that what I'm listening to, is the addiction? Because all the times I called myself listening to my body on different diet plans that I had been on, I was listening for the wrong things. When physically, my body was telling me like, we don't like that. Let me let you know by all this funk you're about to have. And your bad breath and whatever. Like, your body lets you know what doesn't agree with it. Your poop's not even supposed to stink. You're not supposed to have body odor. And I've seen that on this fast. I was like, when we were detoxing, like the first 2 weeks, I was super gross, like taking 2 showers. I was just like, oh my gosh, I smell so bad. Toxins being released. Your body tells you what it wants and what it doesn't want. So if you blow up the restroom every time you go in it, stop feeding yourself that whatever you're feeding yourself, because that's not what your body wants. Your body doesn't want that, and it's telling you that. Your body tells you through pimples, through aches and pains, how your nails look, how your skin looks, how your hair, if it's oily or dry. Like, your body literally tells you different things, but we don't pay attention to those things because we're stuck on the cravings. We're stuck on the addictions. So I just find it hard when people are saying certain things that are just, I just made a post about it, that are just kind of inaccurate. Like, this whole time that we've been fasting, we've been surrounding ourselves with nothing but knowledge. We want to know, like, on a cellular level, okay, I'm juicing, what is this doing inside my body? When I was eating meat, when I was eating dairy, what was that doing inside my body on a cellular level in my arteries? All throughout my system. All the mucus being caused. When I first got here, I was sneezing and just a mucusy mess. That was in December. Because my eating habits were not the best at that time. Under a lot of stress, and was eating my stress, eating my feelings, and going through all that. And not listening to my body. So there's listening to your body, and then there's listening to cravings. And I feel like a lot of people that right now are saying, listen to your body, are saying that, but it's like they're actually listening to the cravings to make it okay. Like, well, just listen to your body. And I know we all have transition phases, and this is all new for a lot of us. You know, I'm not a self-proclaimed anything. I'm just living my life and trying to clean out this body so that it can do what it's supposed to be doing. But just educate yourself, and don't take anybody's word for it. Just go on your own journey, see what you find. If you go raw for a week, if you juice for a week, if you water fast for a week, see it in yourself and listen to your body. See if things start disappearing. Different ailments, different bad feelings, different discomfort. See if it goes, and then you can be your own testimony. You don't have to listen to anybody else. Really don't. I mean, there are tons of people that have testimonies on what going raw has done for them, what it's reversed in them, different diseases and things like that. But I would say definitely listen to, use your discernment. use your discernment and really listen to your body. Listen to the physical things that your body is showing you as a result of what you're eating. If you're feeling extra sluggish and extra tired and or crabby or whatever, try taking some things out of your eating habits that you're doing right now and try something else. What if I add 1 juice a day? What is that going to do? What if I cut out all sugars? What is that going to do? What if I take away all my breads? Things like that. I think that's all I have to say about that, babe. You ready? Okay, babe's ready.
Peace, family, peace. Alright, listen to your body. Like mine right now saying I'm sleepy. Listen to your body, okay? That your body only speaks in one of 2 ways. The body speaks in healthy and unhealthy is the language of the body. Because then you have to first ask when you say that. When you tell me listen to my body, who is me and who is the body? Okay, I'm a soul being. I'm a soul. That's what I am first. Having a human experience, and in order for me to have a human experience, I had to have flesh to grow around me. Now when this flesh grew around me, this flesh has certain needs. Not me, not the conscious person. Like I saw today, if we are so conscious people, why do we have to why is there such thing as the human diet? That word alone is fucked up. Why is there such thing as the human diet? I don't want to die it. I want to live it, first off. So, I grew that flesh around me, and that flesh has to be taken care of. That flesh has to be fed. How do I know what to feed it? Okay, first off, I hear a lot of this. We have different body types. We got different, I'm an O positive, you an O negative, you an AB plus ZWU. Listen to me. But what we do have in common, in me being an A positive and you being an O negative, is we both have blood. Now in having blood, the blood requires certain things. Number 1 thing is iron, right? And all the other things that's in blood. You have 10 body systems. How many of you know the body systems? From your skeletal system, your digestive system. What's the 10 body systems, baby? Your endocrine system. Your lymphatic system, I think it's, no, not as in that, the immune system, but your organs. Then you have your skin. You have 10 systems to the body, and each one of these systems is composed of minerals. But you call them vitamins, but we are more minerals than vitamins. But these systems is composed of minerals and vitamins, right? So when you're eating for one purpose, so that your body will run at its optimal performance. And in order for the body to run at the optimal performance, you have to give your systems to the body what it eats. It has to have that conversation, because your body don't speak in, I want a hamburger. So when you tell me to listen to my body never said I wanted a hamburger or an apple. No, my body said I need a certain mineral or not. My body said I'm speaking in health or I'm speaking in sickness. You ate this shit and I don't feel good. You ate this shit and I felt good. You ate this shit and you ate too much of it, so now my fat cells are swelling. Because you don't gain fat. You always have the same amount of fat in the body. You always have the same amount of fat in the body. Your fat cells either swell or they shrink. That's all. That's what actually is happening in that process. If you have sugar diabetes, you have a, I'm not even sure if it's an enzyme, but it's a, I can't say it. It's a, and I can see it in my mind or the animation. Let's call it a cell for now. You have this cell that goes in and unlocks another cell where insulin gets in. If you have sugar diabetes, it doesn't unlock that. And it can't get in. So then you have to get insulin put in, you know, all this stuff. So I mean, your body's systems aren't working. Your body can never say, I'm craving anything. A craving is emotional. Craving is all mental. Why? Because when the body, let's say the body has a what's the word, baby, when the body needs something? The body has a deficiency. Your mind remembers the last place it may have got that mineral or that nutrient that the body needs, whether it was meat and protein. But that don't mean you need meat. Who needs meat? I'm getting this a lot, but my body type is different. What type fucking body you got that I ain't got? If I slice that motherfucker, you wanna bleed just like me. Your shit ain't coming out green. Y'all making that shit the fuck up, and there's no scientific proof to what I'm hearing right now, or no medical proof or biological proof to what you're saying. Your body is made just like my body is made. Your systems is made just like my system is made. So we need to feed the systems to say each other we all need the same thing fed, the same nutrients fed to all of our systems. So you can get from the worst thing on the planet, you can take some milk and you can spoil it and you can call that shit cheese. You will get a mineral out of that. That don't make it right. You can take meat and sit it on the roof until that shit ferment and become rotten. That still don't mean that's what you need to eat. When there's another place that you can get that. First off, my body needs meat. One, I want proof of that, and who told you that? Because I'm sure the person that told you that is a goddamn carnivore.
Yeah.
They are carnivore themselves to tell you that you need meat. Because in order for you to say you need meat, and I don't care what religion you come from, what philosophy you come from, all of those philosophies say thou shalt not kill. So if you eat meat, even if you eat greens, you're killing another being to do it. But then we do, like I said the other day, we're doing it the lazy way. We go get the butcher to do it for us. But I bet you if this was the court of God, you would get locked the fuck up for conspiracy though. Because you had him kill it for you. When you went and bought that chicken out the store, God didn't give you that chicken no matter what, whether we like it or not. Because even when I had chicken hanging out my mouth, I told the truth about it. So don't lie about the shit and say that's what you gotta have. You gotta have flesh hanging out your face. Well, if you gotta have, listen, the body speaks in two ways. It's speaking health or speak not. If you got a pimple coming out your face, that meant something that you into. The body said no, I'm not pushing this toxin out. You got a boil under your arm. You got a boil in your private area. That's the boil in your ass. That's the body saying, nope, I got to push this toxin out my system. I don't want it. If you drink a beer or alcohol like me and you are out of order mentally, the body's saying, no, I don't want it. If you eat a salad and you get gassy, the body's saying, no, I don't want it. The body only speaking health and sickness. That's the only two languages of the body. Everything else is coming out your head. You craving that shit. Look that shit up. Don't take my word for it. That's the thing. We take everybody's word for it. So when I say something, it's like she just saying that shit. No, I'm not just saying shit. I've researched shit before I say it. You know certain things I can say. You just resonate with me. You know, your spirit knows. Now, I ain't got to look that up. I feel what she's talking about. Some things that you're uncertain about, go look it up. If I'm wrong, come back and tell me. Because I'm not even just going to one source when I'm talking to somebody about their body. I'm not just making shit up. These are people's lives I'm dealing with. These are souls that we're dealing with. We have to be responsible to that. Don't just make up some shit that sound good to you. And where did you get that information from to just tell somebody, you gotta have meat? You wasn't made for that shit. If you gotta have meat, then when you came out the yoni, when you came out the womb, steaks would have been flying out them nipples. How the fuck you gotta have meat? Think about this shit. You can tell what God gave us because it's on the trees. Because we grow upright and we reach up and get our food. Now the food is for animals is buried in the goddamn ground. We're not animals. We don't dig in the ground for our food until the day we eating them potatoes and shit. And we eating them beets and them roots that got that cellulose in it, which is the same thing in grass that poisons your body. That's why you get gassy when you eat that shit. I'm not saying you can't eat greens. You want us in? Tell us, start cutting it out, maybe. You may eat them greens, and it may even help you. How you little thing do this? I don't know how I did that.
What? I don't know. That's something new.
I'm scared.
Just slide it over again, maybe.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, y'all. You may eat greens, like I did, and some of the minerals and vitamins in the greens did heal certain parts of me. It did. Just like protein can help you if you eat meat. But then it fucks up your digestive system. Because greens is not for human consumption. I don't care if you don't like it. I'm not saying don't eat it. I'm just giving you the facts that you can go look up for yourself and prove it wrong. And I don't care how many people on just a green juice fast. Facts is facts. The first 7 days of my fast, with this information, knowing this information, I went on greens because there were certain things in the greens that I wanted. But I got pictures to prove every time I took them greens in, my stomach blew up like I was 11 months pregnant. Because them gases and shit was in my stomach, and I had no food. Them gases and stuff cracked me up and was in my stomach just fighting shit in my natural system. Because we're not supposed to eat greens. That shit is literally for the birds. It's literally for rabbits. It's literally rabbit food, because that's the food God made for animals. Because if God made it for you, it will not hurt you in any way. If God made meat for us, it could not hurt you in any way. If God made fruit for you, it can't hurt you in any way. So listen to the body or listen to the body. Because if you ain't taking, you vegan, you raw vegan, and you ain't taking greens and your shit blowing up, it's not for you. Because it can't hurt you in any way. You ain't never seen nobody dead on fruit or dead on wounds. What God gave us, which is seeds in the middle with flesh around it. That's the human diet. It might not be the soul meat diet, but that's what'll keep this body at its optimal performance for me to live in this show. That's what keeps it alive. So I'm not saying, like, we're not saying do what we did. We're just doing it and showing you the results of what we did. Y'all literally watching us transform. You feel me? You watching it happen. But stop going out there and lying to these people and telling these people you can eat what you want, to listen to your body. Because I want to hear my body say I want a cookie. God damn it. I want to hear my body tell me I want some beer. My body ain't never told me I want no beer, and I'm the beer queen. I will fuck some beer up. My body never said I want some beer. My body ankle swelled the fuck up. My stomach swelled the fuck up. I got all this fat on me and shit. I'm just walking around like a fucking steel. Like you gonna put a fucking plug in my stomach, like my stomach is a goddamn cake, is what my body said. But then my mind and my emotions will get upset or get this or get that. I want a beer. Or I'm happy. I want a beer. Or I'm just chilling. I want a beer. I'm about to eat some peanuts. I want a beer. You feel me? I'm taking a ride. Let's go party. I want a beer. I wanted that goddamn beer. My body ain't said shit, but bitch, you better stop drinking them beers with your fat ass. That's what my body said to me. So all of this, listen to your body. Listen to it say what? Listen to the body say what? The body only going to say one of two things. I'm healthy and I'm not. It's all the body going to tell you. Everything else is in your fucking head. So again, like if you have a deficiency and the body is missing protein, all that's going to happen is your mind is going to remind you of the last place that it got it. So whether you got it through a bad source or a good source, that's what happens. So that's why you crave, because your body remember the last place it got vitamin D. Your body remember the last place it got that copper or that zinc. The body remember, your mind, not your body, your mind remembers, that the brain remembers where it got, so the brain go into survival mode. Go get that goddamn steak. But that don't mean you need a steak, because where do steak get protein? Well, I gotta have it because I gotta have my protein. Bullshit. Where does steak get protein, y'all? What is steak? Call it what it is. It's a cow. Where do cow get protein? Cow get protein from plants. Because plants were the first. You feel me? The animal kingdom came last. The plant kingdom came before the animal kingdom, or the animal kingdom wouldn't have had shit to eat. So the plants had to first make protein in order for look it up. The plants had to first make the protein for the animals to eat it. Then you got, after the animals, then you got the human kingdom. And we think we got this dominion because the Bible told us we got dominion over all things. We got dominion over the planet. And we can do the fuck we want. You ain't gotta like what I'm telling you, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Because when you eat meat, when you eat flesh, you a murderer, just like I was. Just a little bit ago. We're murderers. We're murderers. We're killing things for our will. And do y'all see? I know y'all seen the videos. Do y'all see how these animals die? Do you know everything? I can read somebody conscious being. Everything down here is a vibration. All of it is a vibration. So if you eating that animal that died in that cage, the way it died in the cage and just got its balls ripped off, listen. You're eating that vibration. That's what we're doing. So while you making your excuses that I can have meat because I got a different body type. No, you ain't got a different body shape, but your goddamn body made just like my body. Or when you go to the doctor, you go to the clinic for the aliens and shit. You're not going to the clinic with the rest of us when you walk around talking about you got a different body than my body. No, our shit is made up of the same shit. You got a different mind than I have. I have a different mind than you have. Let's say that. Let's say what it is. Say I desire to get my protein from meat. But stop teaching my people that you gotta have meat. Because that's bullshit. When I had steak hanging out my face, at least I said, I know I ain't supposed to have it, but the fuck I want it. And when I make my decisions to do something different, then I'll do that. I didn't make excuses and try to convince other people to go with me in my bullshit. I never was that person. My bullshit was my bullshit, and I'm going to tell you it's bullshit. I'm going to spit knowledge to you while I'm drinking a beer. I did my most ciphering with a beer in me. Or I catch fire with beer in me. Y'all seen it. Y'all don't even know. Sometimes y'all seen me playing the drums and shit and doing videos. I was fucked up. Because I like my beer. But I decided I don't want it no more because it didn't like me back. I didn't want the chicken no more. How the fuck chicken for you? How I supposed to eat meat with all them goddamn hormones and poisons and stuff that they put in the chicken even after it's dead? They just sit and inject chicken with this shit to make it look swollen up. Look this shit up. To make the legs and shit swell up, make it look like a fat piece of meat. That's just straight chemicals in that chicken that you just ate that you need. God ain't never told you you need that. Like I said again, if you needed that, it'd have been chicken legs flying out them nipples of your mother when you came out. The fuck you need meat? No, you needed that sustenance in there. That's the same sustenance that's in plants and shit. No, that goddamn Similac that we give our babies is for the goddamn calf. It's for the cow's children. Nothing on this earth other than cats drink milk after suckling. Nothing. And they don't just do it, we give it to them. Nothing on the planet drink milk after suckling. So we get the cows fat and pregnant so we can give the cows milk to our children. I was guilty that long time ago. I've been stopped drinking milk over 20 years though. I'm trying to convince people since then that shit is pus. Have y'all ever seen the process of cow milk? That shit that come out of there, it don't come out white. That shit is a pinkish reddish with blood and pus in that shit that they spit. Listen, it's a nasty ass process. That's Similac, y'all. And what the fuck is dry milk? I never even knew what that shit was. I don't even give a shit what that is. If you do your shit, do it. And do it well. But do it with the knowledge of what you're doing. And don't just try to take other people with you because this the dirt you want to do. Don't do that. Just say, fuck it, I'm bullshitting like I did. I'm bullshitting right now. This is what the fuck I want to do. I would be bullshitting telling y'all the truth. Telling y'all I'm bullshitting, though. I would tell y'all I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect, but I do know this. I did study this. I just ain't got my shit together enough to get on path. But I'm going to send you on the right path. Whether you go or not, I'm going to give you the information. And now that I've gotten certain things together for myself, I'm really going to bring it now. I'm really going to bring it. But I didn't listen 3 times in one day. I see somebody out there pushing to y'all. You got a different body type. If you need to eat meat, you can eat meat. They need to shut the hell up and pray or something. To tell somebody some shit like that you done made the fuck up and you ain't studied nothing. And definitely don't tell nobody that. I don't mean no disrespect, but don't tell nobody that if you 300 pounds from eating meat. Now, stop it. Because you can look at a person. You can look at a person and see their bullshit. But we follow them anyway. Follow that motherfucker that's telling you I live in bullshit, but I got some truth. And I didn't even follow. Listen to that shit. You feel me? Learn from that. But don't learn from these people that is telling you shit. And look at them though. How's somebody going to tell you to eat with lesions on their face? What's this new shit? The new rice diet. What the fuck is rice? It ain't for human consumption, I promise you that. Look the shit up. Rice has arsenic in it. The Them goddamn greens is how they make you a plastic. How is that for human consumption? And we wonder why we all fickle as shit. We all ain't got our right state of minds and shit we eat and just let anybody tell us, when you could just simply look up these shits yourself. You can simply look up what's in all of these foods. But these beings see it for what it is. And these beings that you allow in here to have conversations with your body. But fuck that bullshit that your body, listen to your body. Your body only speak in 2 languages, y'all. And that's health and sickness. Because the body have individual functions. My cells, these cells do this. My immune system do this. The blood does this. The bones do this. It just have these individual functions, and it needs certain nutrients in order for those functions to work. Yep. So you don't need meat and I need an apple. No, we need what God gave us to fucking eat, and stop doing things because we can, and be responsible for ourselves. And what we're doing on this planet is what we need, because we're not responsible to shit. We think because we're the human race, we can do anything we desire to do. But just because you can do it don't mean you should. Just because you can go walk in front of a Mack truck don't mean you should go let it flatten your ass. Just because you can eat meat don't mean you should. Just say you want to. Well, I hear that a lot, my nephew. Well, my body type is meant. Who the fuck body type is meant to eat blood? None of ours. That's why you don't see no healthy blood eaters. Listen, your #1 athletes are vegans. Raw vegans. Catch it. Not eating a whole bunch of processed shit. Your #1 athletes are raw vegans. Your worst athletes are meat eaters. Did y'all know that shit? People with the most brain power on this planet are raw eaters. And even when they get to, like, you'll see your actors and shit. And then you'll see an actor who will just change and become something different, and they look different. That's them actors that went raw vegan. Who just started eating the foods that God gave them. They became better. They started thinking better. They started doing different shit with themselves and humanity. You can look out there and you can see the blood eaters. You can see Jay-Z is a blood eater. By what he say, he's a blood eater. Him and his wife and Blue Eyes, or whatever her fucking name is, all of them. You can tell. You can tell this one drink liquor by the way he acts. Like he done lost his damn mind. But then you can look at somebody and say they doing something right, whether you know what it is or not. Because it's like saying, with people who smoke weed versus people who drink alcohol. You feel me? They'll give you a DUI for alcohol, but you don't see many people who smoke weed fighting. Because it don't fuck with your receptors like that. It don't take you to that level. But alcohol does. It fucks with your emotions like that. Weed calms. Alcohol does the opposite. It's a downer. It makes you depressed. It makes you cry. It takes you through all of this shit. And that's the same thing with meat versus a goddamn apple. I don't care what you want to do. Just say you want to do it. But don't say you need to do it. Unless you're a fucking alien. Unless you something different than the rest of all of us. Like I said, then you going to a different clinic than me. When they test your blood and pull that blood out your arm, it say alien. It just spell out alien and shit. There's a whole nother kind of blood. No, your blood needs the same shit in it my blood need. Your systems of your body need the same shit my system need. And your body only speaking 2 languages, and that's health or sickness.
Word.
To the mother. Word to the mother.
I mean, it's just true. It speaks in sickness and in health, and that's how I started off this video, is just like how sick I was as a kid, and just blaming it on, oh well, it's hereditary, it's this, it's that. No, that shit's all gone now. Like,
and hold on, and they lied about that. You said hereditary, like they say diabetes and all this stuff is genetics. It's been proven recently. All of that shit they told y'all is a lie. It's never been proven that no disease that you can ever have is genetic. It is, none of it's passed down. Lupus ain't passed down like they said. My mother has lupus. So the doctor told my mother that all of her girls will probably get lupus. My father had diabetes and some kind of heart shit. That all of his children going to get it. I ain't got none of that shit. And it's proven that when they put that shit out, it was never, look it up, y'all. It was never proven. They never proved none of it. They just said it. And they said it now Oh, we just figured, they said. Because they practicing medicine and what? They practicing on your ass. They just practicing medicine telling you, a doctor told you that you gotta have meat. Slap him with that steak because he fucking lied. Go ahead, baby.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a touchy subject, I guess, because we're coming up out of it, so we can really speak on it. Haven't been perfect, and still not perfect. We're striving to be our best selves for sure, but we're not coming from the realm of, well, I've done this for however many years and we're better than you. No. Like just a month ago, like we're gonna be posting pictures probably later today of our befores and afters and where we were, what our skin was looking like we are really transforming and just living it. And we want
not because we don't like it.
Right.
I love chicken.
Right.
I love chicken.
I've been thinking about nachos and all the chips and everything.
I love brisket.
I love all the chocolate.
But brisket don't love me back. Beer wasn't loving me back, and chicken wasn't loving me back, so I gave all of the middle finger and went to a fucking apple. And the apple is loving me back.
Yes.
The apple loved to weigh 20 pounds on my fat ass. You feel me? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being big-boned. If you naturally big-boned, be your shit. Do your shit, but don't do it because it's a sickness. Don't be fat, calling yourself big-boned. That's some other shit. Don't, because of your intake and information is swelling up your fat cells and hurting your heart and you can't walk. Listen, since the fast, my eyes done clear up. I can read your comments now. Remember I couldn't read them? I can read your comments now.
She said you're glowing.
Since the fast, my skin done cleared up since the fast. My ankles don't swell up since the fast. My back don't hurt since the fast. And I was in an accident where it still should be hurting. That shit just stopped. I'm glad it stopped after the chiropractor shit didn't fuck up my money. But it just stopped. I don't have them, I couldn't lay a certain way too long. I wake up, sleep like two crabs fucking or something. I be all twisted up and don't know how I stayed, excuse my language, y'all, and don't know how I stayed like that all night. Because it don't hurt no more. So listen, I loved meat. I loved meat. And any time that I ate it, in any fucking body I know, the results was instant. You could see it on the person. You could see it on a person. I don't know how you have to eat meat, but I'm sure if you saying that, and you so sure about something like that, that somebody told you that. Somebody told you that. Probably the motherfucker who told you that is a meat lover. And look at your doctors though. How healthy are they?
Right. That are sitting there just writing you the prescriptions.
Right. Just writing you that shit.
Advice.
Why would they take you to, if they loved you, if your doctor loved you, why did your doctor give you a chemical for your ailment instead of a juice regimen when they know this shit can heal your body? Y'all, I told y'all endometriosis. Had endometriosis, we had to take 3 pills a day. 3 pills 3 times a day, 9 pills a day. I ain't making this shit up. But they told me that it can't be cured. They didn't tell me fucking cantaloupe juice will take this shit away. I'm telling y'all. They fucking lying to us. They lying to you if they tell you you need meat in your life because of protein. When protein is in all your vegetables.
Oh yeah.
And fruit.
It's all programming. We've all been programmed, and that's like what Ceka and I are doing, is reprogramming ourselves to the truth that we're finding out there. There's plenty of literature, there's plenty of documentaries, there's plenty of studies. It's out there. But if you act like whatever has been told to you, that's what's law, like you're just going to be stuck. Take it from someone who worked in the medical field. I was a nurse. There's no nutrition that they're talking to you about. They're not talking to you about, okay, well, like, if anything, they'll give you, like, discharge papers and say, okay, well, to avoid your gallbladder issues, stop, you need to do smoking cessation. It's just, like, something they just print out and give to you.
I didn't say this about you. Real quick, I'm sorry. Because Lena always say I was a nurse because she don't care about that shit no more. Her papers ain't over. Her shit ain't, Lena is a nurse. Lena is a nurse, y'all. She don't like that. She don't like to be called a nurse. But what's it called? A certification? I don't know what that shit called that you got.
Bachelor's of Science in Nursing.
What's it called?
Bachelor's of Science in Nursing.
She got that shit. She went to school for 5 years. She worked with the doctors. They fucking lying to you. And her shit's still good. She just choose not to do that shit no more. She choose to go to Apple. She said fuck the system and went to an Apple. We not making this shit up. You feel me? If she had got her PhD, would it matter then if she's telling you what she knows? Was she telling you that they fucking you over in the medical field? Was she telling you that they're passing you chemicals and they do nothing for your nutrition, knowing that your nutrition is on either one or two things? Your nutrition is your health or your sickness. In the language your body speaking, the only way it's talking to you in health and sickness, and that comes from your nutrition is your health or your sickness. I cut you no more.
Right. And I had no idea. I was going to allergy clinics. I was actually on, I don't know if you guys know, I'm sure many of you do what FMLA is, Family Medical Leave Act. I had intermittent leave, so whenever I had allergy issues, they were that bad to where I could take time off so I wouldn't get in trouble for calling in sick, because I was that sick. Between that, my back hurting all the time, working 12-hour shifts, I would get really bad migraines. I was a mess in trying to help other people be better through chemicals. Like, it's just such a difference. It's such a difference in your health and your sickness. And again, it goes into the conversations that we have with our foods. Are you having just comfort food conversations like, oh my gosh, I need the mashed potatoes and the roast because my heart hurts? Like, for me, it was chocolate. I have evidence. I think I might have deleted them because I might have been a little embarrassed on my old Facebook page, but I have evidence of all these different chocolate things I had lined up. And I was living in my house, just lonely and just eating all the shit. Just all of it. Face was a fucking mess. Eyes were extra swollen and puffy. Like, for what? For what? Those were not good conversations to have. And we are simply sharing with you our journey and wanting to spread that with you.
I want people to stop lying to them.
Yeah, we don't want to be lied to anymore. We don't want to lie to y'all, and that's not what we're doing. And we don't want anyone else lying to you. So that's why we make sometimes 2 videos in a day, just because there's certain things that are out there that's just nuts. Advocating eating eggs and rice and that raw food.
What is an egg? Just all y'all gotta do is define the shit. Define everything everybody's saying to you. When somebody say eat an apple, look at that shit up. What is it? What it got in me? What can it do for me? Da 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 da. When somebody say eat meat, look the shit up. Look what's in it. Look how where that meat you got, where it come from. When somebody tell you eat rice, look it up and you'll see it's arsenic in it. It's arsenic in fucking potatoes. That shit is for animals. That is cellulose and greens. We ain't making it up. The only thing that's made for the human body that does not have the body give you a bad conversation is womb food. For males and females. Womb food. Anything with seed in it and flesh around it is electrical food. You are an electrical being. Meat is not electricity.
No, it's
death. It already died. The electricity is dying. Half the fucking meat that you sitting there eating anyway, it's not even no good. And the meat ain't no good. They put that shit in the supermarket and we just watched this whole really fucked up, y'all, documentary on how they take the meat in the back and soak it in this red shit once it turned brown so it can last another 2 weeks. You already eating rotten food.
Yeah.
The fuck?
But then you season it up with all of your herbs and all these things and it tastes great.
That's where it came from.
Right.
Where did herbs and seasoning came from? Herbs and seasonings, listen, we naturally didn't eat herbs and seasonings. First off was seasonings. Herbs was for your health and it was just a flower of the plant. It was for the flower. We ate the flowers. We didn't eat the leaves because you were killing the beings. And the leaves is the way that the plant eat. So when you eat the leaves, you just killed that being for your fat ass or for my fat ass. We just killed that being. No, what's given to you is offered to you and you just pluck that shit and you eat that shit. You can stir fry, flip it, bake it, whatever you want. That's natural food for us. That other shit is not even... Where I was going just after started though? Because you said something. I'm gone again.
With you.
Yeah.
I was right there with you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not food for us. We want it to be food for us. We like it. So just tell the truth. Say you like the shit. Because that's what's truly happening. But don't say it. We got we. We got we. We got we.
Yeah.
Tell the goddamn truth to people. and stop taking people on your personal bullshit journeys. That's not right. That I don't like. That I'm gonna come at your neck for. Cause you lying and none of the shit you saying is proof. I don't think you'll tell somebody to really eat rice, to eat eggs. That's what it was.
Yeah.
What is an egg? An egg is a fucking chicken's abortion. How is that food for the gods? The guardians of destiny. How is that food for the gods? Eggs go down easy. The fuck is wrong with you, shorty?
For real.
Eggs go down easy. Natural food don't go down easy. Are you serious? That's the easiest on the digestive tract. Is the natural food is doing the less work with your natural food. Your body working its ass off to process meat. Don't take my word for it. Don't tell me you a human who gotta have meat. Say you a human who like to eat the shit and do your shit. I ain't knocking you for what you do as long as you ain't sticking shit in my mouth. But I'ma come at you though when you talking to the people and you lying about that shit. Putting the people on B12 diets, telling them to eat potatoes, and there's arsenic in the shit. Your fat ass eat the potatoes if that's what you like to eat. But don't tell people that they gotta eat this and they gotta eat that. Only thing any of us, and I'ma say what y'all gotta eat. You gotta eat what God gave you if you want longevity. If you don't, do what the fuck you wanna do. Do whatever you wanna do. But just do it with the knowledge though. I keep telling y'all about all these goddamn gurus. All these fucking gurus everywhere. Everybody know all this shit. Half the shit they making up for their own personal gain. You feel me? I'm watching people out there telling people what to intake. Even when I was eating my bullshit, I'm like, I'm eating chicken with them talking about they bullshit. You can't not supposed to be eating no fucking meat. What are they talking about? Now they telling y'all to suck the bone marrow. Listen. No, we're not carnivores. Okay, let me bring it down some. Let me show you, prove to you that you're not a carnivore and that you're, I like your fingers, that you're not a carnivore and you're not supposed to be eating flesh. Okay? Because you ain't got no goddamn fangs. Fangs is to tear flesh. These animals, they tear flesh because they got fangs. You got teeth. You got molders. That's to grain nuts and fruit with. Fiber. You don't got fangs. Your intestines. An animal intestine is 12 feet long. 12 inches long. Human intestines, we debating on that right now. It's a minimum of 20 feet long. 20 feet is how long your intestines is. So when you eat meat, that I gotta eat meat, it goes into your 98.6 degree body and ferments and rot in your system. No, your body intestines are made because that's why the animals' intestines are shorter, so the shit don't even rot in the animal like it rot in you. You talking about you supposed to eat meat. How the fuck you supposed to eat meat with a fucking 20-foot long intestine when this shit is slowly going through your intestines rotting? But when you eat fruit don't rot in the body at 98.6, y'all. It don't. It just take lemons and make lemonade. The fiber goes through your system and cleanses your system. There's fiber in the fiber. There's glucose, which is sugar or starch, that goes out the body just like the plants and feeds your body through that long system, and then it comes out of you within a matter of hours. That's why you just ate. You know how babies eat? Babies eat, then shit? No, we eat, then shit tomorrow.
Or the next day.
Or the next day.
Depending on how much.
That's how you know you ain't supposed to eat no goddamn meat, because it ain't coming out your body. It's stuck in there.
Yep.
It ain't supposed to be stuck in there. Stop letting them bullshit you. Don't let none of us bullshit you that's out here on these cameras talking this shit, y'all. Anything I say, look up. And if you prove what I say wrong, tell me, holla at me. Because I'm going to come back on video like a sister taught me this. I was wrong about that. Ain't too many people going to do that shit with Ceka though, because I ain't just talking out the side of my fucking neck. I'm looking this shit up. And I don't just go to one source. We go to sources. Several sources. We dissect shit. Not for you, though. How about that? We do it for ourselves because we want to live better. We want to raise a God. How do we raise a God in this day? Like somebody told me today, ain't nobody, what was it? Going to ascend? Ain't nobody going to reach perfection. And we may not, but I promise you this. I'm a goddammit die trying. Don't tell me what I can't do because you limiting yourself. No, I affirm my goddamn life. I affirm. What is perfection? Perfection is whatever it is that's perfect to me. Whatever the guideline is I set for my life, that's my perfection. Don't tell me I can't live to my perfection.
Right.
I go get my shit. I don't sit around on my ass even when it was just wild as the couch. No, I go get it. You gotta keep moving. A movement is, you gotta move in a movement. You gotta keep moving, and the first movement starts with yourself. You be the movement. The movement is taking care of self. Everybody, I love myself. You don't love yourselves? That's what the self's supposed to mean. I love myself. How you love this? Listen. You can't just love yourself. You can't just love yourself. Just believe in everything everybody said. If you love yourself, you can do the same research Ceka did, and Luna did, and anybody else that you're listening to. You can do that same research and recognize the fact, well, some of us just made the fuck up and it sound good. Go with it if you want to go with it, but know what you're going with. Don't just be beguiled. Don't just be stupid. We had enough of that shit. We done with that shit. Look up every goddamn thing while we can. While the internet is still there, look that shit up. And if you ain't seeing a person that's telling you, especially, listen, if somebody talking to you about your health and you don't see their health, get the fuck out of there, because you're gonna look just like them. Get out of there. That's why I never talk to y'all about your health. And if I did, I told y'all I was bullshitting though. So I didn't want you to see me and think this is what you're gonna look like if you eating the way I'm telling you. That's why I made sure I told you I was bullshitting. Now that I don't eat meat no more, and I just say, oh, so you don't drink alcohol no more? No, I don't. I'm done with it. I'm done with that conversation. It wasn't a good conversation with me. I had that conversation for over 40 fucking years. I don't want that conversation no more. I'm sick of the conversation. I'm sick of when my stomach starts talking to me when it's saying when I drink. I'm sick of how tired I am the next day after I drink. No, I want this life now. I choose this life. I choose life. I want to know what it feels like on this side of the goddamn fence, because I mastered that one. You couldn't outdrink my ass. I mastered that shit. And to your sister, if you watching, is alcohol addictive? Yes. Was it addictive for Ceka? No. I don't know what it is. Source never allowed me to be addicted. I've been around people who smoke crack, and I sat at the table and I smoked with them in the early 90s or late 80s, whatever it was, and I smoked that shit until it makes me sick. My body rejects shit like that. I couldn't get addicted to alcohol. I used to snort coke when I went to the club. I grew coke nails. You ain't done as much as I done. I had coke nails. I had coke rings when I go to the club, get my hit and dance all night and shit. My body never would get addicted to anything. And that's just probably because Source had work for me to do. Source was like, you're not going out like that. So now I'm listening to Source. Now I'm sorry, Source. Now I'm being more responsible to what Source is telling me to do. It's what's happening at this point. And I'm going to tell you the truth. That's right, mask off. I ain't never had nothing hitting with me, though. I ain't had nothing hitting about my goddamn lifestyle. Y'all can listen to me the fuck or not. I still know, but I know whether you listen to me or not. That's the thing about me, though. I'm wide the fuck open. There is no secrets, for real. I have what I have, and I don't have what I don't have. I do what I do, and I don't do what I don't do. And I've always been that person with y'all. For as long as I've been doing videos, what, 2-3 years now, I've always been that person. And another thing is this. I'll say it again. I'm not making this shit up. I ain't start this. I ain't start this because you found me or when you found me. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in every religion. I was born Hebrew. I lived that shit. I spoke the language. I lived as a Muslim for 3 years. I lived as a Nuwapian for 10 years. I lived as a Buddhist for 10 years. I walked these walks. I'm not just talking some shit.
Testimony.
Everywhere around me, I can show you proof of all the lives that I've lived, because I still have some souvenir from something that I did. I still have Moroccan hijabs in my closet to this day from when I was a Sunni Muslim praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I went to the masjid and took my shahada. When I made wudu and ablution and made salat 5 times a day, banging my goddamn forehead on the ground. Oh, I ain't making this shit up. I done been in the study for a long time. My daddy was brilliant. My daddy had me in the studies when I was young. And even though we was Hebrew, he was teaching me way outside of that. Me and my dad was sitting in the park and talking about the goddamn stars and essentially that y'all, just some of y'all just learning. This shit ain't new for Ceka. Y'all just hearing about Ceka though, because Source says it's time. That's why you here. That's why you found me. Not because I'm all that. I'm everything that you can be. And that's what I'm here to say. I'm everything that you could be. And stop letting these people lie to you about this is your life. This is your life and this is your ascension. And you stop letting them lie to you because the shit sound good. At least take your fucking responsibility to your goddamn life. And if you're gonna bullshit, then you bullshit with pride. Say, this what the fuck I'm doing. But don't sugarcoat no bullshit and take nobody with you as if to say this is what you got to do to live. Give life. If y'all really love the way y'all say y'all love them, y'all out there teaching the people, then you love them right. You love them wholesome. You love them righteous. And you love them exposing your goddamn self. That's love. You take them motherfucking veils off, Miss Perfect and Mr. Perfect. Take that shit off. And let them know who the fuck you truly are. Not just that shit you presenting them with. Let them know who the fuck you are. What if I never told y'all my lifestyle and then y'all been like, I'm Christian or some shit like, damn, she could at least told us. No, you made your own fucking decision. I've been saying who the fuck I was because I never gave a fuck who liked it or who didn't. Because I always loved me first. It's why I love you so much. You know, that's love myself. Love myself and standing goddamn erecting your shit. Yeah. Whether it's bullshit or not. You stand erecting your shit and you make sure the people that you listening to is standing erecting their shit. Stop letting them feed y'all this bullshit with they fat asses. Just be fat if you want to be fat, goddammit. And say you just want to be fat. Don't tell these motherfuckers to eat fucking eggs and rice. That ain't food for the goddamn gods, the guardians of destiny. What? Sorry, y'all heated right now. I'm heated because I saw some bullshit and I'm heated right now. And I ain't even had no beer in me, sweating like this. I probably lost 4 pounds on this. Good, babe.
Yeah, so...
Baby, yeah. Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah, so, yeah. She just says it all. I mean, then she hands it over to me like I got something to say. I mean, even in everything that you were saying, like, it takes me back to people in my family, people that I love. My grandfather is a favorite story. He has had all the bypasses. He has had, he's just had several bypasses, and I think he still has one artery that's clogged up. I mean, he's still living his life, doing what he wants to do, but I mean, even in the hospital after a heart attack, because he's had several, asking for someone to bring him Church's chicken. I got a new heart now. Like, he says that.
I'm gonna fuck this one up now.
Right, yeah, I got a new heart now. So it's just like, if you really think that the cholesterol, the fat, the everything that's in meat, everything that's in dairy, everything that's in processed food, if all of those things are good for you, then why are people just suddenly dying of heart attacks just out of nowhere? Why are people getting atherosclerosis, the plaque, all that plaque that's in your arteries? That's your body telling you, like, that's why you have high blood pressure. That's why you have all these things, because of what you're putting in your system. It's just not that hard, and it takes time. It does take time, because everything that we eat right now is an addiction. I was addicted to chocolate. I was addicted to emotional eating. I was addicted to nachos, Mexican food, all the fatty things, all the bread. I used to say I love bread and bread-related products. That was like my tagline. And
killing yourself.
Absolutely killing myself. I was just miserable. The way Ceka was saying she sleeps better now. She could tell you I would toss back and forth, and just complain every day and wake up so uncomfortable because my joints hurt, my shoulders, my hips, my knees, my fingers, the joints of my fingers started hurting. And now I don't have any of that. I can stay in one position the entire night. And if anything, my arm just falls asleep. It's just wild. Like, and I don't want to say it's something as simple as changing your eating habits, because it's not simple. We've been living like this. It's very complex. There's a lot of psychological, emotional, mental, and obviously physical issues that arise with all of that. But it's the growth and transformation process. And you can't really say that you love yourself if you're continuing, like, even though you know, even like the people that know about frequency and vibration and all of those things. Think about the vibration you're putting into your body from those cows that had their babies taken away and they're just sitting there crying, but we need ice cream. But I love my butter. I love my ice cream. I love my sour cream. I love myself. I love my cheese. I love myself. You know what I mean? Like, you're not taking anything good in. we can study all the metaphysics and all the everything and the chakras and all this stuff, but it's just like, what good are you doing if you're not applying any of it?
Somebody said to me today that, Ceka, it doesn't start with your intake. It all starts with love. And ended it with, I love myself. The food doesn't matter as long as you love everything. I love myself. What? I don't understand that. I love myself, but it don't start with the conversations that I have to build my body, to live in this body. So what you mean you love your soul and don't love the ship you in? Because I thought love myself meant all of myself. I thought loving myself meant I want to do what's righteous. What's righteous, to be able to be here on this planet to do the job I was sent here to do. That's loving itself. Mm-hmm. And to ascend, well, many people have ascended. Where the fuck are they at? Anyway, I got time for that. So, to love the self is to do whatever you need to do your work here on this planet. Is to love the self. The whole self. So it does start with your food, because your body only speaks in two ways, health and sickness, and your food only have two conversations with you. It's health or sickness. That's all. So that's a part of loving the self, to do the research for what you need to be an optimal performance, so that you can love yourself and love everything else and do the work that you're sent here to do. Because that's why you're here. That's what the body is for, so you can walk around this planet and do your goddamn job. So y'all get it twisted when y'all talk about y'all got gifts. No, it's not a gift. A gift is something you take back. You got a receipt for. That ain't a goddamn gift or a perk. Some of the abilities and stuff that we have, that's your tools. If you can sing, if you got a voice, and you can do things with your voice that other people can't. Y'all don't want to hear me sing. And you can do things with your voice that other people can't. That's a tool. That's not a gift. How are you using that tool? Why was you given that tool? How much do you even know about singing? That's a tool, y'all. Some of these natural abilities that we have are tools. But see, when you say it like that, and they put it out there like that for a reason, to tell you that it's a gift, so you don't take it as serious as you should take it. It's not gifts. It's the tool that you were given to come down on this planet. Because why you can sing like that, but you and your mother talk just alike. Y'all got that same voice, but she can't sing like me and my sisters. It's four of us. It's 4 girls and 1 boy, and he the baby. And 2 of my sisters, really 1, 2 of my sisters can sing. I mean, they can sing. Y'all don't want to hear me make this noise. I do all the time, but you don't want to hear it. Why? If you hear us talk, me and my sister sound alike? Mm-hmm. We all sound alike. We got them same voices. But I don't have that tool they got. That's not mine. Mine do this shit right here. This is my tool. They can't do what I do either. You feel me? We all have a tool that we have to use in righteousness. Stop letting people beguile y'all. Stop letting them lead y'all astray. Because if nothing else, everything that you hear, you can look up.
It's true. Everything that you hear, you can look up. And what I was saying is, I know it has a cayenne. I just knew you were thirsty.
Appreciate you.
Sorry. Babe doesn't like lime and cayenne mixed together like we do with the lemons, but I still like it. What was I gonna say?
Poison drink.
No, I was gonna say poison drink. Oh yeah, so like you talk about love and all of that, but like healing yourself is more than just like taking herbs. Like this, you're really gonna have to go through some emotional times. One of the sisters already said on here that this was taking her back and she was crying. You're gonna have to go back, like I had to go back, like we all have to go back. And why wasn't I loving myself for so long? What's been going on with me that I knew better and continued to poison myself? Why didn't I care? You have to have that conversation, and it's not a fun one to have, that's for sure. That's why people, they call fasting a spiritual experience, because you come into a lot of different things. You have to really love yourself, because you're really not loving anybody else either if you can't start with loving yourself. And that's coming to terms with all of the heartaches, all of the stress, all of the abuses. I had to go back pretty deep to see why I was eating the way I was eating. And that was my comfort food. I would be lonely, or I would think about things that just would make me upset, and just I would want to fill myself up to fill the void. And what would I go for? The stuff that tasted good. The cookies, the brownies, the Oreo pies, the nachos with beans and brisket, and I mean, you name it, I was eating it. I was eating it. But then when you start really paying attention to yourself, and it's just like, why am I doing this? This is not my best version of myself. Why am I hurting myself like this? And then you cry about it, you talk to the sisters in the Coven about it, you come to terms with it, and then you grow and you blossom and you move forward. That's the beautiful thing about so many of us fasting and being there for one another. You don't have to do it alone. You really don't. If you choose to and that's something you want to do, that's on you, but you're not by yourself. And you do need a support system. Coming out of addiction, food addiction is a thing. Just like alcoholism, just like cigarettes, just like meth and crack and everything else. Your sugar fucking addiction. Sorry I'm cussing, but your sugar addiction, your meat addiction, your cheese addiction. Oh, I can't live without cheese. I can never do that. All of that's addiction. I was a chip monster. All the chips, all the dips, all the fast food, all the mozzarella sticks, all of the jalapeno poppers. Like, I could go on and on and on. And it started when I was a kid. That's why we care so much about what we're doing for boy. Because my grandmother, I love her so much, but it was whatever made me happy. I didn't love vegetables. She didn't make me. She would make me a bag full of burritos to last me for the weekend. She would buy me a full pizza, $5 hot and ready from Little Caesars, and it was